I'm Richard Cartwright and this is Golf Swing Analysis. And it's a lesson of mine today, guy Mr. Pete Wallace. Pete, hope all is well. Let's dive straight into Pete's swing then. So Pete is playing sort of low 20s but hits it absolute miles, absolutely rips it out there. But the problem is, can hit it right, can hit it left, can top it, can neck it. There's a few not so good shots in there, as there is with everyone. But it just so happens that especially the rate that the swing speed that Pete generates tends to hit it both right and left. Again, there is a reason behind it. So let's dive into Pete's swing then. So as you can see, I like the setup. Nice solid angles with the driver. Maybe standing a touch too close to it, but no real major dramas there at all. I think it's absolutely fine, no real problems there. We take Pete into the backswing, and you'll notice already there's an issue. What's the issue? The lower body's just not doing very much at all. The lower body's not going with the flow of the swing. It's not turning quite as much. There's a lot of hand and arm action, but there's no real lower body movement going on there. So as a result, because the lower body, the bigger muscles of the lower body aren't working, the club tends to be picked up, it gets quite narrow at the top. And the problem with that is it all goes down into the downswing. What happens, the compensation to be made is the club comes down a little bit steep. Now, being quite a good sort of natural sportsman, what Pete tends to do is compensate. Compensate in what way? Compensating trying to get the club back shallower by bringing the hands forward and standing up. You'll notice when we come into impact here that Pete tends to stand up quite a bit at impact. You're almost seeing just this frame back here as well, just how open that club face is. So to stop that ball going dramatically right, what he has to do is really rotate his hands over to try and stop that ball going over to the right hand side. And when he times it, the ball goes beautifully. But the problem is, especially when you've got a few swing thoughts in your mind, not quite on your game on that day, could do anything. Could overdo it and it goes left, could underdo it and it goes out to the right hand side. So you can see on the way through, again, that sort of resulting stand up on the way through. So we've lost control of the lie angle of the club face and the sweet spot. We can hit 8, 9 not so good shots in our armoury. It feels like we haven't done anything different. You can see on the way through, again, there's that standing up, the hands rolling over. Time this one well, you can see the ball fly gone really nice. But as I say, any given day, we can hit some not so good shots. So the fix for Pete here then is to do a couple of things. Mainly, first of all, try and get that feeling someone's pulling his right pocket back behind him. Okay, so when you're taking the club back, we need to make sure that right pocket, that lower body, is going with the flow. So turning those hips on the way back and making sure that on the way through we're turning through. Again, one of the byproducts, one of the consequences of what happens to the top of Pete's swing is the fact that he stands up and that pelvis thrusts forward. Some people call it the early extension, okay, which puts the line of the golf club, the club face and the sweet spot out of position. So it tends to stand up. So it's more of a, we need to import more of a rotary feel in the lower body for Pete, as opposed to that stand up that we've got going on at the moment. Pete, I hope this makes sense. So to summarize, make sure you're rotating that lower body, rotating those hips around on the way back and on the way through as well. So the bigger muscles are taking control of that golf swing and not just the hands and the arms. Hope this helps. Please comment, like. If you disagree, agree, leave me a comment.